Welcome back to Let the Quran Speak. This is a question and answer session. If you have any questions, you can visit our website at www.quranspeaks.com. Well, Shabir, the questions today are dealing with Noah. First off, let's talk about the story of Noah, or Prophet Noah. Muslims believe him to be a prophet as well. We also believe in the Great Flood. Now the question is, where do the stories differ?
Well, I think one of the key differences is that in the Quranic presentation of the story, one does not get the impression that this is a universal flood. The Quran makes it clear that this is a way in which God continually deals with the creation. He sends a prophet delivers a message, some people rally to the call, many reject the message. Eventually, there is no hope for these people who reject the message. Their rejection has reached such a threshold that the only way of dealing with them reasonably is to wipe them out. And so we have in the book of Genesis the story being told that God decided to bring this great flood to wipe the people out. Well, in the Quran, the story is continuous. It's not only in the time of Noah, but with other prophets as well, that this is happening. In one way or another, God brings a disaster, which is calamitous for the people involved. And then God sends a new generation in their stead, who do in fact rally to the message of God.
Now, the number one question people ask, or should be going, or usually is going over people's mind, is, isn't that a little harsh? I mean, just because the people don't believe the call of a prophet who maybe he's just not good at giving the call, or whatever it may be, to wipe them out completely seems a little harsh.
Yeah, if we think of God's action in the world in a very simplistic way, it may actually seem a bit harsh. But if we understand that God actually does things in what we describe as natural happenings, then the difference is that from the Muslim believer point of view, the natural happenings are actually being in a way controlled and engineered by God. So in that case, we would have it such that if anyone has seen the film Ivan Almighty, well, you know, here we have a similar flood type of story, and the question is that there's going to be now a flood anyway because of certain natural occurrences. Some people in some ways are responsible for the fact of that flood. Either due to their particular actions in the Ivan Almighty story, where they channel the water in a particular way, but sometimes in an indirect way, in that there are certain things which God has already put in place, that look, if you do these actions you get these results, and people do these actions and they get these results. So if there are certain combinations of good and evil things that God can have placed in the world for us, and the rule is that the more evil you do, the more you deserve the evil results, well then when we get an evil result like a great calamity, that is due in part to the sins of the people. So it's not like God deliberately saying, okay, you're bad guys, okay, take this lightning. And then he just simply sends down a lightning bolt the way we might imagine of Thor in Greek mythology or something. But if there are natural processes that are to a certain extent linked to the actions of human beings, well then it makes sense that human beings to a certain extent deserve this kind of outcome in the world.
So basically we're saying there's sort of a balance to the world. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, God can give good conditions in response to good actions of people, or he can give terrible circumstances in response also to the actions of people. In a simplistic way, it is said that, okay, people committed sins and God sent them a flood. And that gives the impression that suddenly God poured down a lot of water on these poor people down below. But that's not how it occurs. It probably occurred in certain ways which, if a scientist were to study it today, would find to be very natural. You might find that suddenly there is a rise in the water levels everywhere due to, right now we're expecting, or we're hoping that it wouldn't occur, but scientists are warning of some global catastrophes of rising water levels, for example, with the melting of icebergs. And this is linked to, again, the actions of human beings who pollute the environment and destroy our ecosystems.
Thank you, Brother Shabir.
You're welcome.
This brings our show to an end. If you have any questions, any comments, you can visit our website at www.quranspeaks.com. You can donate to our show via that address. or the address that will be on your screen in just a few moments. Until next week, peace be with you.